It's a new hate speech, ladies and gentlemen. They definitely don't like the truth. What's up, guys? It is Monday, October 14th, 2024. We're at the Bitcoin block height of 865,690. TikTok, next block. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Boy, did Bitcoin shoot up or what? You know how I know when Bitcoin shoots up? I used to check the price, but I turn my phone off at night. And when I wake up in the morning, I see how many Satoshis I got for that dollar because I buy every hour on the hour using the Strike app. And when I get a less amount of Satoshis per dollar, you know, I get sad. You know what I mean? It's like a happy, sad thing. You know, you're like, oh man, my stuff is going up, but I reverse engineer it because, again, I see the Satoshis I'm getting for each dollar I'm buying, and it's just like I see my recurring buys from the day before versus this morning. I'm just like, oh man. Then I look at the price, I'm like, oh man, it's going up, and then I'm like, oh, it's going up. So the web we weave. Anyways, you know, it's just a you know, short-term thing going up and down. I think now today, once it hit that 66,000 mark, 65,000 mark, it's like 65,400 as of this recording of this video. That put us into the green for October. So we're in October now, which is good. And we'll see what happens. You know, it may stay steady here and maybe fluctuate a little bit up and down until after the election. I don't know. I think could we see 70 this month? I don't know. Who knows? But I'm hearing through the grapevine that there's a lot of people out here, big boys buying. That's what I'm hearing. So, but anyway, speaking of big boys and speaking of buying, I want to talk to you guys for a minute about Elon Musk, man. Elon Musk, first of all, I want to say God rest my dad's soul. My daddy loved Elon Musk. He absolutely adored this man. Now, my dad died in 2019 before all the scamdemic and you know, Joe Biden took the election the way he did and everything else. And my dad was a big-time Democrat, and he had Trump derangement syndrome. And I call the team that Trump has surrounded himself with, I call it the American Justice League. I had a picture up on my Facebook. They had all five of them, except they didn't have Tucker on there or Kid Rock. They didn't have him on there either. But they had, who'd they have? It was Trump, Vance, Vivek, Elon, and Tulsi Gabbard. And I said Trump and Vance were Batman and Robin. Vivek was Flash. I think I said I don't know if I said RFK. RFK Jr. was on there too. RFK Jr. is like Aquaman, and Tucker's like Green Lantern or something. And I think Elon Musk is like... he's like Superman. I mean, the man does it all, man. Again, he is like Tony Stark in real life, but this guy, and the reason I say Superman, because I believe he's going to save humanity, and he's so far ahead of everybody else. I mean, think about what he's done in the last month. Did you see that rocket ship he did? I know you guys all saw it. The 35-story, thousands and thousands of tons rocket ship he had land into that arm. I mean, I've seen a lot of things in my life. Of course, we've seen movies and science fiction stuff, so we've seen stuff. But I'm talking about stuff in real life. I have never seen anything like that because there's never been anything like that. So he did that a couple days ago. Then before that, like I said in my Satoshi Saturday video, he rolls out all the autonomous vans and the robots and stuff, you know. And then when the storm hit, when the hurricane hit, he's got Starlink going on, trying to help the people get internet. You know, and then in between that, he's jumping on the stage with Donald Trump. And every time I go on Twitter, he's tweeting. And these are his tweets. He doesn't, you know, somebody else doesn't tweet him. It's almost like this guy's like, it's like 10 of his, he's got split himself up in 10 or something. This man, one of those companies, each one of those on his own, would be an incredible person to have any of those companies. If you own Twitter, you'd be incredible. If you own Neuralink, you'd be incredible. Starlink, Tesla, what's the other one? What's the one I was just talking about? What the is that Starlink? The one he just bypassed NASA? No, that's the internet. I just got so many of them I get confused. You know the one I'm talking about. Leave it in the comment section. The one where he's got the rockets and stuff like that. You know, he's got stuff on Mars and everything else. This is why I say, guys, real quick, Elon Musk, it depends on how you measure it. Elon Musk is a top 5 person that ever lived on this planet. I believe he is. And he may be the number 1 guy. And again, it's all about the timing of where you lived and when you lived and what you did and stuff like that. But can you ask one man to do more than him? I mean, you got people like Michael Jordan and Barack Obama and Oprah Winfrey and Donald Trump and all these people that are very successful in their fields. But Elon Musk is just a man that I don't think we're very much stopping and really appreciating this guy. You know what I mean? He's the epitome, in my opinion, of, obviously he's a genius and all that other stuff, but he's the epitome of being efficient. Look what he did when he bought Twitter, right? Before he turned it into X. He cut, what, 80% of the staff? Remember all those videos? Oh, I'm getting a latte, and then I'm doing a yoga class, and then I'm stretching, and I'm doing all this stuff. No work. He said, no. You know, he cut 80% of the staff, and now Twitter, or X, is running more efficiently and better than it was with all those other people. And he plans on doing the same thing in the government when he gets in. He is going to absolutely clean house, and this is why we need this guy on the team, and this is why we have to make sure Trump wins, man. Again, these people that are living in a bubble, these lefties, again, it's nothing wrong with being a Democrat. I'm not making fun of Democrats. I'm just saying people that have Trump derangement syndrome or people that are really going to vote for Kamala Harris. And look at the team that Donald Trump has built around him, man. These people are good people, man. Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, hey, again, I don't like Kamala Harris. By the way, Kamala Harris is going to give out 20,000 to black people. Oh my God, I'll get into that later. It's another video maybe. Tulsi Gabbard, to me, runs circles around Kamala Harris. I would much rather have Tulsi Gabbard as a president than Kamala Harris. I'd rather have Carrie Lake. You know, there's a lot of strong women out here. Hell, Hillary Clinton, I'll get to Elon, back to Elon in a minute. Hillary Clinton, she's a strong candidate. I don't like her policy. I think she's evil and a demon. Michelle Obama, think the same way about her, but she's a strong woman. The problem is they pick Kamala Harris, and Kamala Harris is just not it. She's just not it. So, sorry guys, I've been watching a lot of stuff on Kamala Harris. She is just making the rounds on the black media. I was gonna make a video about that, but I was like, that's not more important than Elon Musk, man. Elon Musk, again, Mr. Efficient, Mr. Tony Stark, Mr. Superman, Mr. Everything. I mean, this guy's doing everything. Mr. Alien, he's the ultimate alien. I call certain people aliens. Vivek Ramaswamy is an alien, just miles above thinking. But Elon Musk is just on a whole, like, they call this guy an alien. And if we found out that he was an alien, would you be surprised? I wouldn't be. I'm more leaning towards he's somewhere from another planet than he is just a regular human being. I really believe that. I do not believe that man is just a regular human being. I don't. But anyways, he just proves every single day that the private sector, if you do it right, is way better than the government. Being governed by the government and waiting for them to build our roads and pay our teachers and do the things they do so inefficiently, especially with the money and everything else. He just shows you how much more efficient he is, and this is why they hate him. I mean, he just bypassed NASA, and he's just done way more than them. And look what he did with FEMA. He just completely surpassed FEMA. Look what Donald Trump did. They surpassed FEMA. And they're just showing us that, I'm not saying we don't need government and law and order. Of course we do. We do need government, but we don't need that much. I believe with a combination of Vivek Ramaswamy with Elon Musk and a big team and a good team surrounding them, I believe they can cut down the government by 20%, down to 20%, 80%, maybe 90%, down to 10%. And then make our government not only spend a whole lot less more money and be more efficient, cut out the fat, but I think it'll run a lot better too. And again, look at Twitter. Look at everything he's done, man, in the private sector. I mean, this is why I love capitalism, man. Nobody wants a big government, because the bigger the government is, guys, that's akin to socialism and everything else. This is why I started thinking about Kamala Harris, because she wants to, quote unquote, give away $20,000 to everybody, or to the black people. What do you think they're going to do with that money? Look what they did with the PPP loans. You know, when you're a business owner or a saver or anything like that, and you want to start anything up, you want to go out here and work for it and not somebody hand you something. Anytime somebody hands you something, first of all, it's not free because you're paying for it with inflation, and you're also paying for it with not getting the lesson that you're supposed to get, but also you're not appreciating it. You're just not, man. So I don't like freebies. I think they're stupid. I think Kamala Harris is dumb. And this is why we have to wake these people up that are living in those left-wing bubbles and don't understand what's going on. So, again, Elon Musk is a absolute treasure. And I'm so glad not only to be living while he's living. Me and him are only a few years apart. I'm 49. He's like 3 or 4 years older than me. I think he's 53 or 54 or something like that, whatever he is in human years. I think he's an alien. To not only be on the same timeline as this guy, because again, there's a lot of great men and women that have lived that we never even met. Unfortunately, we got to be on Michael Jordan's timeline and some other people that I used to say Barack and Oprah, but I don't put them up there anymore. But for him to be an American and to be on our side and to put his life, literally his life on the line, to back Donald Trump, because he knows if Donald Trump doesn't win, they are going to do everything they can to shut this man down. He knows that. He jokes about that. Look at him and Tucker's, if you haven't seen him and Tucker's interview, he talks about that. They literally are going to go after him because you can't, as a Democrat, because he's a Democrat, by the way, you can't go and speak and talk against and go against the regime. You can't. But again, the people that are living in the left-wing bubble don't understand that. I had a friend of mine, because I was talking, I've been very active on Facebook, old friend of mine from the military. I was saying something about Trump and all this, and he goes, man, why don't you educate yourself? Or what do you say? You need to educate yourself. And I'm thinking, again, I'm not saying I'm a smart guy or nothing like that, but it's just like, educate myself how? And I said that. I said, first of all, how do you know? How do you figure I didn't educate myself? Because I disagree with you politically? I didn't say that about him, but I do think that too, that if somebody just absolutely loves Kamala Harris and everything else, first thing I say is, well, you must don't understand how the world works or the country works, or you just like her policies. Depends on what you like. But let me not go on the rant. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And again, guys, listen, as much as I love Elon Musk, I think Tesla has just under 10,000 of this money I'm getting ready to talk about. He used to have more. And again, I used to have a love-hate relationship with Elon because he was promoting Dogecoin back in 2022, I think it's 2021, 2022. And I fell out with him, but he's doing a lot of good stuff, and he does have some of it on his balance sheet. And I love Trump, and I think they got a lot of it right, these people. Vivek Ramaswamy, Trump, they all got it. They all got the money. They all got the money. I'm getting ready to talk about the hardest money in the world. But in order to stop and fix what's going on here in this country, we got to stop and turn off the money printer. That's it. We have to do that. They got everything right but that part. If you do not fix the money, you can't fix everything else. You can't. Yeah, they can be more efficient. Yeah, they can close the borders. Yeah, they can stop crime. Yeah, they can deport people. Yeah, they can do this. They can do all that. But if the money printer keeps going, because that's the only way this system can keep going, this dirty, evil fiat system can go, the only thing they can do to keep it up and keep it propped up is to print. In order to break that wheel, there's only one thing that can do it, and they all have it. I think Tucker has some too, because he interviewed Michael Saylor, so I'm pretty sure he orange pilled him, and he talks about it a lot too. And this money, I wake up this morning and I see it, and I'm just like, wow. And this Satoshi Saturday video, I'm really going to talk about more about this, but when you own a piece of the finite pie, man, you don't understand how important that is, man. I hate when people swap me like this. People think when they play their music, that's cool, when they play it loud. Nobody cares. Anyways, get your piece of it. You can get 1,500 or something Satoshis for $1, and I think you guys know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, here's a hint. It's the best way to save. And for me, the only way to save. And that's Bitcoin. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.